Hey everybody, welcome back to Pietrelcina. Hey everyone, so this is actually the centre of the town, alright? This is like the central piazza, which everywhere in Italy, well not everywhere, but many old places seem to have. There's just a couple of shops. Over here is Manfredi's, somewhere here, little bar. Basically it's a very sleepy place. This is the middle of the afternoon on a Monday. It's not kind of the, you know, it's the quietest time I picked. On the weekend, this place is full of pilgrims from all over Italy and other parts of the world, but mostly Italy, at Napoli, because a very famous saint of the Catholic Church comes from here, a guy called Padre Pio, a priest called Padre Pio. And right behind me, where I'm walking now, is his main church. He's sort of become a very famous figure, and people come from all over the place to see where he said mass, where he grew up, where he studied to become a priest. This is the first place where he actually said mass when he first became a priest. And over here, where I'm going at the moment, this is like the old part of the town, and it's the part which it's kind of most beautiful. They've kept it the same because obviously you want to keep it the same so that people come and they feel like they're going back in time and seeing some history. So they've kept it, it's untouched. So it's not a rich place, it's not sort of an expensive boutique destination. It really is still a very small village in southern Italy, and it's kind of very authentic in many ways. It hasn't changed, you know? This is like traditional Italian stuff, lots of little shops selling all sorts of goodies, like this one here, selling all sorts of local products. The whole place just hasn't changed basically for I don't know how long, but since Padre Pio was kind of, the saint was kind of very young, I guess. They sell little local products, honey and little crafts, and obviously religious stuff that you can see here. And it's all these little streets behind me, all these beautiful little stone streets. Everything's made of this lovely local stone. I think that's the name. Pietrelcina means, I think, little stone. It's just a wonderful kind of little bit of history to walk down. It's got great atmospheres. It's stunning, really. And then when you sort of get to the end of these streets, which are just, it winds up to the top, which is sort of, you know, up here there's the sort of way to where Padre Pio used to live in his house, and you can see all these little places, at the actual homes he used to have. They've all been sort of turned into museums, and people walk around, loads of pilgrims on the weekend. But everywhere you go, you sort of get met with these big, expansive views all of a sudden. Beautiful, the countryside around here, it's absolutely stunning. It's lovely. I don't know what that says on the wall. There we go, someone can translate that. I think one of the most beautiful things about this part, the old part where Padre Pio was actually born, is just how it's laid out. All the sort of stone and the way it's all put together and the way it's been built, it's solid, and it kind of looks as you'd hope like Italy would look. I would hope a traditional Italian village would look like this, and stunning. Look, you see it splitting again. Go down there, up here, lovely. So now I'm walking up to kind of the oldest parts, all these little passageways. Everyone's still having a bit of a sleep in the afternoon, so I'm going to try and be quiet. This is where Padre Pio and his family would have lived, and there's still people living here. It's still actually a functioning, real town, this one. It's not just like a tourist attraction. So I'm a little bit further up the hill now. You can see behind me here it goes up and it continues up to the sort of the church right at the top. And I've just come up from here where we were. Interesting thing about this place, so normally when we have a house we have sort of, you know, I don't know, 2 bedrooms and a kitchen and a living room and whatever, dining room, all in one place. Well, they didn't do that. What they would do is they would buy or build, they wouldn't buy, they'd build 3 or 4 or 5 little places all along one street or around the town. One of those places would be the kitchen. One would be the living room, one would be the bedroom. So you might have to sort of get up in the morning, come out of the bedroom and walk 5 doors down, and that's your kitchen. And then you walk another 2 doors down, that's the living room. And then across the road is someone else's bedroom, and really different, interesting layout. And they've turned a lot of like Padre Pio's old places, his family places where he was born and all the rest of it, into little museums, which I'll show you. Keep going up the hill. Hey, so I'm down one of the little side streets at the moment, really little side street, and this rock here behind me, strange thing, this rock here, called La Morgione, actually has a name. And apparently when Padre Pio, later in life he moved to a sort of different part of Italy, and whenever people would come from Pietrelcina, he'd always say to them, "Salutami La Morgione," something like that. I'm not very good at Italian. And what it meant was, say hi to the rock for me. And he always meant this rock. He would tell people to say hi to this rock for him. And here, I think it says, look, this rock can speak. I think that's biblical as well about Peter, but there we go. So here we are, here's the rock. And why? Because he had a little room built on top of this rock where he used to pray, and some of his sort of epic spiritual battles of his early life. Look, behind me you can see like everywhere where there's a little crack, this beautiful countryside. I don't know if you can see that. But behind me, up here, he built, this is his little room, up on the top where he used to pray. We'll go up. Alright, so now we're up where Padre Pio used to pray in his little room. All through the town there's these little like exhibits, you know, these little rooms and houses, his kitchen, his bedroom, everything, where you can sort of go in and sort of get a feel for how he lived and how the conditions were back then. It's sort of unchanged. Everything, they've kept everything beautifully the same. It's just everywhere behind with the green. Lovely. Here we are, we're up in that room. We'll have a look. And I think he used to sit here on this little stone when he prayed in the corner. I would. That's where you'd sit, isn't it? I think that's where you'd sit. I'm sitting here. So further on from there, I think the next one is the house where he was actually born, which is quite incredible. They've kept it all in really just amazing condition. And here we are. House. No, this is his kitchen. Padre Pio's kitchen. I'm gonna be honest, it's not really the same as your modern kitchen. There's basically, look, there's like a pot and a fire, and there's some pans and stuff, but it's not what we call a kitchen. It's all changed a little bit. And here we are, I don't know what this is, but there's a thing here. And another little room. Very beautiful. Lovely. Beautiful little houses though. Really beautiful. Okay, next one. I'm back out in the sun is where Padre Pio was born. Hold on. Steps just keep going up. At the top of these stairs there's a very lovely little church called St.Anna, which is, you know, they still say mass there. It's all still functioning. All of this is still functioning. All of these houses are still inhabited. It's quite impressive. It's a huge wheel. What that's doing there. But up here there are other houses which are connected to him. I'm going to find them. This is the house of Padre Pio's mum. House of Padre Pio's mum. So I've made it up to the top here, Church of Sant'Anna. which is where Padre Pio was baptized and where he said mass when he was a young priest, I guess. And behind me, look, big viewing place. A lot of people come up here after they've walked through the town, they've seen some stuff, everyone comes up here for a photo. You can sort of see why. It's absolutely lovely. People starting to burn leaves now because it's autumn. So here we are, people come and sit and rest, sit on the wall, and there's all their names. People have sort of put their names into the wall and stuff, you know, I guess to remember it. I guess that's okay. Anyhow, there we are. Quick view of Pietrelcina. I'll add some more shots, I think. And there was another video I made last winter when I was here, or the winter before. I actually made a video about when it snowed. So I'll add a link to that in the description if you want to have a look at it. It's very beautiful when it snows here. Very beautiful. Anyhow, that's it. Hope you guys are well, and take care. See you.